Alright, Shalom, Shalom, it's the brother Kadash.
Shalom, it's the brother Kunah.
I'm gonna start off by giving all praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash.
Double homage to the apostles and the elders. This camp is going to be called Missiles. We're going to go in on the missiles. We're going to prove how we know that America is going to be destroyed by missiles rather than like an asteroid. You know, we're going to give you some precepts on missiles, you know. But you got to bear with us because it's not so much we can say because we got to kind of, you know, YouTube being weird, you know, we just got a strike on our channel, so you probably ain't going to see this up until like, you know, after the fact. But we got a strike on our channel for, you know, misinformation. I'm not even going to say what type, but they said we was talking about, you know, what could get you a strike. I'm trying to talk in code if you have ears to hear.
Right.
So we down for a week, you know, and then in the video they took down, we never even mentioned anything about that. We never even mentioned those words, you know what I mean? So they taking videos down, even if you're speaking in code now, you know, so you kind of got to switch it up, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, we going to go in on the missiles, you know, and I want to say something like, the creators of YouTube, man, whoever's behind that, take it down because that's persecution. Not allowing us to do the work. You know, the Lord created that channel, that internet for us to spread this truth. And them not allowing us to do that, us putting our soul and our spirit into making these videos, coming out here on these highways and byways as a living sacrifice, you know what I mean? And then we upload these videos and YouTube is giving us strikes, taking down our content, deleting it, you know what I mean? That video could have edified them, brother. There was a lot of truth in it. And they taking down the video not based off if the information is false or not. They just taking it down just because you're mentioning it and you're talking about it. And maybe it don't go with what they feel, what they feel. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different information out there. Who is you to say which one's true or not? You know what I mean? That's not even your part, be it on social media, but they had the power to do that. But whoever's behind that, the people in the offices, whoever's behind that, the Lord is going to deal with them tremendously. And I mean, and it goes into the nuclear missiles that we about to bring out. This is how the Lord is going to deal with them. He's going to destroy YouTube. He's going to destroy America. He's going to destroy the internet. He's going to destroy everything they have, including them. And if they make it to the end, they go into slavery. So then we going to have power over them. You know what I mean? Whatever little, if they got food for the day, we might come and just take it. Because it said that they going to go through the same thing we went through. They going to go through the curses that we went through. The same curses that the Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, which are the true Hebrew Israelites, the Negroes being the true Jews, the Southern Kingdom or the true Jews, the same persecution and slavery we had to go through, they gonna go through. That's righteous judgment. The people that took the Negroes in slavery, the Negroes gonna take them in slavery. That's righteous judgment. So they had their turn, but they turn about to be up. As you see, this place about to come to an end. There's a lot of talk with Russia. I put up a video, man, they took down like 2 of my videos yesterday. Yeah. I uploaded a video, it didn't have no sound. And then I upload another video and they took it down, you know. So YouTube's playing games, man, but they gonna get dealt with. Now, I'll upload a video talking about Russia. Or either I didn't get to upload it because they put the strike on there, but I'll upload it in a week or something like that, you know. But they said Russia is testing hypersonic missiles already. They said they already shot some hypersonic missiles on Ukraine, but they just wasn't armed with a nuclear bomb. You see what I'm saying? So they asking, scratching their head like, why is Russia using hypersonic missiles already in short range, just right there? Duh, because they're testing these things. And they're sending a warning out there, and they're sending a message out there like, look, we got so many of these, and we done perfected this technology so much that we could use this at any time. And in that video, one of the things that they were talking about, they were saying that these things are unstoppable. They said no defense system could stop a hypersonic missile because the way it moves so fast, and it could come low towards the ground, and it could move around things. It could maneuver. You know what I mean? And it could target things. And that's what we are saying. We say, look, you take the MOTB. We can't even say that no more because that's probably the reason why they took it down. Because I put up a video with the hands and they had the chip in it. You know what I mean? So the MOTB.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Yep. So the MOTB, I mean, like we said, if you get one, you're going to have a missile directed towards you. It's going to track you down wherever you at and come get you. Because they got that technology, you know? And China got that technology. Russia and China's going to come together and they going to destroy America, man. That's Bible prophecy. You know what I mean? And then those other nations that's allies with America, they going to switch on America, the EU nations, and then they going to help destroy America. So we going to get in on the missiles, you know what I mean? Let's go.
This is Job 20, Job chapter 20, verse 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
And who did that on earth? You know, you call them the Edomites. What did they do? They came to America and they took away a house they built, if not. And even when they got here, they brought the Negroes in slavery, and we built up America. A lot of these buildings, a lot of this land is built up on the backs of slave labor. And they took the land from the Native Americans. You know, so they got to pay for all that. That's righteous judgment, you know? So it says, look, he taketh a house that he built, if not. Who did that? That's why we know that America in the Bible is Mystery Babylon.
Exactly. Verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods.
I mean, he doesn't feel quietness. It's war after war. World War I, World War II, and then World War III is about to come. So he can't never feel quietness, but he's trying to complete this new world order, which we was getting on, you know, but he's not going to be able to complete it, you know, because at a certain point in time, since no man going to buy his goods, he's going to be destroyed. And then it tells you that in Revelation chapter 18, that these different nations stood on for saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment has come. And they ain't going to be, and then it says they're going to be mourning because they're not going to be able to trade anymore in America because America's going to be destroyed, man.
Verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right, so this is when he's trying to fulfill his new world order, right? When he's trying to fulfill that new world order, every hand of the wicked is going to come upon him. Why? Because the Lord is going to get these nations to turn on America and destroy America.
Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
It was him filling his belly, him completing the new world order, him getting everybody chipped with the MOTB. That's when he's about to fulfill that. Then the Lord's going to come down on him.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him
So
through.
what is an iron weapon? We know that as missiles. They got a thing called hypersonic nuclear missiles. So it says the bow of steel, because they come out of silo. These missiles come out of silo and they hit their target.
Verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. The glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Right there. So it's a silo. It comes out the silo. When it goes into the sky, it looks like a shooting star. And then it comes down and hit its target. That's how we know it's talking about a missile. This ain't talking about an asteroid, because an asteroid ain't an iron weapon. You might say, well, asteroid got metal in it. And no, man, when it says an iron weapon that comes out of boat, it's talking about a nuclear missile that's going to come out the silo, it's going to go in the sky, and it's going to look like a shooting star, and it's going to come down and hit its target, and it says terrorists are upon them. When it comes down, it's going to destroy shit, utter destruction.
Verse 26. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Right there. So it says a fire not blown. So this place is going to be put on fire. That's the second death by fire and brimstone. That's what the so-called lake of fire is. Looking down, the elect looking down and seeing America on fire, it's going to look like a lake of fire. So this is how we know, how do one country set another country on fire? Do they use cocktail bombs? Are they going to come to America and use cocktail bombs? Are they going to come to America and use flamethrowers and set a forest fire to set this place on fire? No. They're going to shoot a nuclear missile over it. They're going to shoot lots of nuclear missiles over here to destroy this place. That's how one country sets another country on fire. The country don't have power to bring an asteroid out of the sky and target America. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we know when the Bible is talking about fire and brimstone being the last death, the second death, it's talking more about a nuclear missile rather than an asteroid coming down. Now this is Revelation 17, verse 14. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords, kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen are faithful. That's us, hopefully us, the hopefully elect. But you got to be an Israelite from the 12 tribes, which make up the Native Americans, Latinos, and the Negroes, or the true Israelites, known as in the Bible. Now, this is telling you that the armies of the earth is going to make war with them. So they're going to have a big play behind the scene, you know. And how do they go to war? With nuclear missiles and jets and missiles short range, long range, mid range missiles. That's how they go to war, man. Verse 15. It says, and he said it to me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And America is known as the great whore. Why? Because it's in bed with every other nation. Every other nation has to do some type of deal, some type of work with America in order to be successful. That's what it's talking about in Revelation 18. That's why they're going to be so astonished when this place is finally destroyed, because they was all doing business with this place and they're not going to be able to get rich off this place no more. China is completely 100% rich as they is, based off selling to America, because America is an economy of consumers. That's why you have things like credit cards. You have people in lots of debt. Before they even get out of college, they got so much college loan, student loan debt and everything like that, because America is a nation of consumers and buy everything. So all these other nations, India, Russia, people didn't even know that America was buying oil from Russia until all this happened. People didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know,
and most of their grain.
Yeah, grain,
oil.
Everything that you pretty much got in your house come from China. You know what I mean? They get stuff from Africa, different African nations. So this is a nation of consumers. This nation buys. Saudi Arabia, they get oil from them. So this nation buys things. So when this place is destroyed, they're not going to have nobody to sell all their goods to no more or get rich off of. So they're going to mourn for America. Now it says that's why it's called this place the Great Whore. This is the most wickedest place on earth. This is wicked. This is more wicked than the Greeks. This is more wicked than the Babylonians. This is more wicked than Egypt, because all those places together, America has all that wickedness going on at once from all those places together. The same things that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Those same things are happening in America now. So if he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, then he's going to destroy America for the same reason. The same things that was happening in Egypt, what he destroyed them for, he's going to destroy America. And the people that took the Negroes in slavery are going into slavery. That's Bible prophecy. The so-called Negroes are the true Jews. And the people that took us in slavery, the Lord's going to take in slavery. The people that killed us with the sword, the Lord going to kill them with the sword, and he's going to come back and destroy America. Now this is verse 16. You're not going to be able to walk around in America no more when it's on fire. This verse 16 says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So the 10 horns is the EU nations, but these different nations that are allies with America, that helps give America, and it's going to tell you that it helps give America the power and put America on the power seat, right? They're going to turn on America because they're going to see the power of Russia and China. So it's going to cause them to turn on America, and they already feeling it with the sanctions. America put sanctions on Russia, but all those nations over there depend on Russia in a certain way, so they're feeling the sanctions themselves. And it's going to get to the point where they're going to see that Russia has this power, and they're going to say, look, we don't even have to be allies with America no more, because Russia and China got the power. We finna go be allies with them. And then they're going to destroy, then they're going to turn on America and destroy America. Now it says, it shall eat her with flesh and burn her with fire. So how does one country burn another country with fire? Like we said, are they going to come over here with flamethrowers and set forest fires? No, they use nuclear missiles. They're going to shoot nuclear missiles onto America, and that's how they're going to destroy America and put it on fire. That's righteous judgment. Just like the Lord built up Egypt just to destroy it, for his name to be glorified, his name is going to be glorified even more when he destroys America. That's why the Lord built up America. He put his people in slavery here because we didn't want to follow him. And he built up America to be the greatest nation, the strongest military on earth. So when he comes back and destroys it, his name can be glorified in the kingdom for destroying America. When we get in the kingdom, we're going to praise the Lord like, man, he destroyed that great city, the greatest country on earth. The Lord destroyed it easily. So that's what the Lord is coming back to do. If this earth was righteous, the Lord wouldn't have to return. So the Lord is returning because the earth is wicked. You see what I'm saying? They allow you to do same-sex marriage. The Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah for that. You see what I'm saying? They allow you to be wicked. They took us in slavery. They took a land that wasn't theirs. And they took people into slavery that they had no business taking into slavery. Killed, raped, murdered. All these things the Lord remembered. They praying and hoping that the Lord doesn't remember these things and the Lord is not going to judge them for it. The Lord is going to judge them for it, because The transatlantic slavery is a short period of time to the Lord. That happened like yesterday to the Lord. To us, it may seem like a long time, but the Lord, like, man, this just happened. You see what I'm saying? The genocide of the Native Americans. The Spaniards took down the Aztecs, which are the Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? The Lord remembers all these things, man. In the Bible, you can't go take another man's land. That's wickedness. The Lord gave everybody land. So for them to come over here and take a land that wasn't theirs and then build a place called America and then set laws on it and then take our people and put them in the county building, because it don't matter what jail you go to. 90%, 80% of the jail is going to be so-called Negroes, right? So the Lord knows all this and he sees all this and he's going to judge the earth for it, man. And this is complete wickedness. He's going to judge this place, man. This place isn't built off the law, statutes, and commandments found in the Bible. The president swears on the Bible, but they don't even follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. They make up their own laws, they wicked laws. You know, and they persecute the poor, they persecute us, they hunt us. So in the return, the Lord's going to come back and destroy this place. And before the Lord does anything, what he does is he sends his prophets out to prophesy the truth of the Bible. So that's what we're doing. We're out here to prophesy the truth of the Bible. Before the Lord destroys a country, he sends his prophets out to get a warning. You know, every time he sent his prophets out to get a warning, nobody believed him. So that's what we're out here to do. The Lord sent us out here to prophesy of the destruction that's coming. You already see the party's over with. Look at gas prices. Look at the shortages of food. Look at the economy right now. Go to a local car lot. Look at the prices of cars. The car lot probably empty. Look at the prices of houses. Look at the shortages of homes. The party is over with, man. You can already see the decline of America, man. So only thing that's waiting now is the elect to be sealed, and the Lord will take this place out. It says.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and what makes people think that this place is going to be any different from all the rest of the wicked, nations from the past? You know, from that was destroyed from the things that they was doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This country ain't gonna be no different. Yep. This place is gonna be destroyed too.
Yep. Before they was America, they was the Romans. What happened to the people? What happened to the leading class, the rulers of Rome? What, did they just disappear off the earth?
Right.
No, they changed their name. They know it's Caucasians, but it's the Edomites. They were the Romans. The Lord destroyed that place. Before they was the Romans, they was the Greeks. The Lord destroyed that place. So he always he said, what's that, Malachi 1, they said we should build, the Lord said he should throw down. Because the Lord he said he hate Esau. He said he loves Jacob, but he hate Esau. Jacob is the so-called the Israelites, which is the Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos. Make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Now this is verse 17, it says, for God has put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. So when these nations come down on America to destroy it with fire, that's because the Lord is putting it in their hearts to fulfill his will. Right. It says, and to agree and to get our kingdom into the beast and to the words of God be fulfilled. So all these allies of America, they came together, known as NATO, right? And they gave their power to America because America is the strongest country a part of NATO. So America really sits like on the top seat. You know, all these other countries really ain't got no say a part of NATO. It's really whatever America want to push. It says, and the woman without sawest is that great city which reigned over the kings of earth. So they reigning over the kings of earth, right? That's why anytime there's any problem going on earth, the first person there is America. Russia is over there going to war with Ukraine, and somehow America's involved in it. America's in Iran. America's in Iraq. America, the beef between Iran and Israel, America's involved in it. The beef between China and Taiwan, America's involved in it. The beef between North Korea and South Korea, guess who's involved in it? America. You see what I'm saying? So America is the one that's reigning over the earth, saying, look, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can do this, you can do this, right? But it's going to be destroyed, though. You got that, man?
Yep. This is Isaiah 34, verse 4. Shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall.
Run that back right here.
Isaiah 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
So what could dissolve the skies? When it says heavens, talking about the skies, and what could roll the skies up like a scroll? We know that as a mushroom cloud. You seen that when America dropped the bomb on Japan. So, I mean, no place on earth has killed more people than America. So they're going to be judged by that, man. I mean, they took the Negroes in slavery, killed hundreds of millions, really, right? They took the Native Americans to slavery and committed genocide. They, you know, with the whole, they gave them blankets and with the chicken pops, and they knocked out like 90% of the Native Americans. That's how they were able to overcome them. They were going to war back and forth. So genocide of the Native Americans, right? You got transatlantic slavery of the Negroes. You got they were Spaniards, came over here to destroy the Aztecs, the Mexicans, right? That's why they speak Spanish. They speak Spanish in Mexico because they were conquered by the Spaniards. We speak English because we were conquered by the British. You see what I'm saying? And if you add in the bombing of Japan, you know what I mean? 2 atomic bombs that they dropped on Japan. I mean, who has done more iniquity and killing than that? So they act like they holy and that the Lord loves this place, but it goes against all the laws of the Lord, you know? So the Lord has something for this place. It may seem like a long time, but the Lord said he's long suffering. You see what I'm saying? So it's all the prophecy and the plan of the Lord, but the plan of the Lord is to destroy this place. It's called the second death. During the first death, he flooded the earth during the time of Noah, right? Because the earth was wicked. Then he made a promise and said he would never flood the earth by water again. So he said the next death is going to be by fire and brimstone. So what's going to happen to America? Is America, when the Lord creates the kingdom of heaven, he brings it down on earth because it will be on earth. Is there going to be such place as America around? Or people going to be speaking English in the kingdom of heaven? So what's going to happen to America? What's going to happen to China? What's going to happen to Russia? They're going to be destroyed.
Simple as that.
Yep.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falling off the vine, and as the fallen fig of the fig tree.
Yep.
Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse.
Right, so
judgment.
hold it there. So the sword being bathed in heaven, what is that? That's a weapon. A sword just means a weapon. You know what I mean? And now we know those weapons to be missiles, right? And it being bathed in heaven, the heaven is just talking about the skies. So the sword being bathed in heaven is these nuclear missiles. They go up into the heavens, they go up into the skies, and then it says this will come down upon Idumea. Idumea is Greek for Edom. The people of Edom is what the people, they call themselves so-called white people, which is made up. Nobody is white, nobody is black. That's a made-up term. That's a made-up race. They made that up in order to persecute us and keep us in slavery. You know, so it says it's going to come down upon Idumea, the people of his curse. So the Lord has a certain people of his curse that he's going to destroy. So can anybody be saved? No, because it just said that Idumea is the people of his curse. So how could anybody from Idumea be saved? I mean, it don't make no sense. Salvation is only for the 12 tribes of Israel. The Lord made a covenant, the first covenant with the 12 tribes of Israel, and the second covenant, the new covenant, is also made with the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are his people, which are the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos.
Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra.
Yeah, and Basra is like a place of Edom, but it's wherever the Edomites are today, spiritually. So it's talking about the Lord going to sacrifice this whole land. That's why he's going to burn it with fire. The whole land of America is going to be a gigantic sacrifice, right? And then no man's ever going to dwell on this land again for the bloodshed of the Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Verse 7. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks of the bulls, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
And when it says the unicorn should come down with them, we just said that with YouTube blocking your videos and stuff, the internet system gonna go down. I mean, because you have a satellite. Think about it. You gotta be able to break this Bible down spiritually to understand it. A unicorn, what is a unicorn known for? Having a horn. So when you look at a satellite, it looks like a horn. And that's where they get their internet, their system from, is these different satellites, man. Right. They shoot them up into space, they have them on the ground. So it's saying the unicorn will come down. Why? Because the Lord is going to destroy their internet system, which is a part of their new world order. He's going to bring all that down, man. So all the satellites that they shot up into space, into the heavens, the Lord's going to bring them down, man.
Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Right there, hold it. So it says it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. Wait, the Lord has a day of vengeance? Okay, so who is the Lord going to take vengeance out on? And what is he going to do to get his vengeance back? He's taking vengeance for his people, the Negroes, Native Americans, Latinos, the 12 tribes of Israel. He's taking vengeance for them because they were the ones led into slavery and captivity. So all the slavery, the captivity, the killing on the streets, locking us up in jail that they're doing to us, the Lord's going to come back and get vengeance for us. That's the only way we can get vengeance. We're not powerful enough to go to war with America ourselves. So we got to wait on our Lord to come back, because our Lord is way more powerful than them, because he gave them their power. So we got to wait for our Lord to come back to destroy this place. He going to be the one that's going to come back and take vengeance for us. We ain't got to pick up guns. You pick up guns, and then they got nuclear missiles. What happened in Black Wall Street? Black Wall Street, they went to war just because it was they were successful black people. So they went over there and went to war with them, and we was kicking their ass until they flew over us with planes and dropped bombs on us. So we don't have the power to go to war ourselves, so we just waiting on our Lord. Our Lord gonna come back and go to war with them, and he gonna be the one to destroy them, take them down, save us, and take us back to our land, take the people out the land that's pretending to be us, destroy them, take us back to the land to inherit the kingdom of heaven. That's the prophecy of the Bible. That's the story of the Bible, man. So it's a great story. Here it is. You got people that's down bad, a people that's the scums of the earth, the meek of the earth, right? A people that's at the bottom. If you look, the black sheep. If you look at the wage gap, just in Springfield, Illinois, who's on the bad side of the wage gap? Our people, right? So that's the great story, right? And the Lord's going to come back and save those people and make them the rulers of the earth, and destroy the people that's proud, the people that's on top, the people that's on the good side of the wage gap, the people that rule America. He's going to destroy them and then put them in slavery under us the same way we was in slavery under them. That's righteous judgment. That's a righteous thing. How can you be mad at anybody if you put us in slavery for us wanting to put you in slavery? You put us in slavery, didn't you? You didn't say, oh, it's a bad thing when you put us in slavery. You didn't say, oh, no, we shouldn't be putting them in slavery. This is a bad thing. You took us in slavery to build up America. Now that you feel like you got America built up, now you want to talk about equal rights and shit like that, which is still bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, because we understand why we went into slavery. But other than that, what was the reason y'all put us into slavery? You know what I mean? It was literally for no reason.
Hatred.
Hatred. You know what I'm saying?
It talks about that.
Exactly.
Now, and it says the Lord is coming back to recompense, to redeem. Who he's going to redeem? He's going to redeem his people, the Israelites. Who needs redemption? These goddamn Edomites, they don't need redemption, man. They have a country, which is their kingdom. They have power. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They always get treated good. You know, you got the same credit scores they have. The bank will deny you and approve them for a worse credit score. You can do the same crimes they do. You're going to get way more longer sentence than they going to get. So what do they need redemption from? They have their kingdom. We the ones that need redemption, man. So the Lord's going to come back and redeem us. And we telling you the truth. You ain't got to believe it or not. But look at what's happening in society right now. I mean, look at what's happening in society right now. It's not good. I mean, even before all this started happening with the war, you had shutdowns. You know, so, I mean, you see it coming down little by little. But, yeah, slowly but surely. Go to the next one. If you, Malachi 4. This is...
You got that?
Nah, then you hear it is Zechariah 14. This is Revelation chapter 6, breaking down the missiles, the nukes, the war. Verse 12. I behold, when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became blood. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. And when these nukes come down, you have a thing called debris, mushroom clouds, nuclear winter. They go up in the sky and it blocks out the sun. So you're not going to see the sun. It's going to become black. It says, and the heavens departed as a... No, sorry. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into earth. So are literal stars going to fall into earth? No, it's talking about these missiles going up into the heavens and them coming back down and falling and hitting their targets, man. They look like stars when they go up into the sky. Like if Russia shoots a missile over here right now, what you're going to see is a star in the sky. It's going to look like a star blinking, and it's going to get closer and closer and bigger, and then it's going to come down and hit its target. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into earth, even as a fig tree. It says, even as a fig tree casting her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So just like it just said in Isaiah 34 of a fig tree. So go on YouTube and look up a fig tree casting her untimely figs. You're gonna see a whole bunch of figs falling off onto the ground. So it's symbolizing that's how these missiles are gonna look. It's gonna look like a whole bunch of figs falling off a fig tree onto the ground, hitting targets.
So multiple of them at a time.
Lots of them, yeah, yep. It says, when she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. What is that called? A mushroom cloud. The missile come down, and the atomic bombs they drop on Japan, that ain't shit compared to a hypersonic nuclear missile, the technology they have today. Right. So what it's going to do is, it's going to go up into space, it's going to come down, hit its target, and you're going to see a gigantic mushroom cloud that's going to come out. So when John seen this, from the view he seen it, it looked like the heavens, he said the skies was rolling together like a scroll. That was the best way he could explain it. But we know today, now that we're getting closer to the end, it's talking about a nuclear missile coming down. And then you got a gigantic mushroom cloud that goes up into the sky and it rolls together the skies like a scroll. It says, and every mountain and island were moved out their place. Now listen up. That's how you know we got the truth, man. We breaking this down perfect to you, all different through the Bible, different precepts. It says, and the kings of the earth, the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, every bondman, every free man, everybody, right, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So what's hiding yourself in the dens and the rocks of the mountains today? It's hiding yourself in bunkers. Then they just put out like a little snippet of I think it was Khloe Kardashian. Yeah. She was down in a bunker and she had her food and everything. She said she was getting prepared, right? Yeah. So the rich, they know what's going. They know what's finna come. They know what's about to happen. They kind of trying to prepare themselves. So that's an example of everybody hiding in the dens and the rocks and the mountains. Everybody's gonna be trying to get into bunkers to try to survive this thing, man. It's the same thing like on the movie Greenland. The movie Greenland is talking about an asteroid coming down, but throughout that whole movie, everybody's main objective was to get on a plane to get to a place where there was a bunker so they could survive the destruction. You know, they build bunkers based off war. So that's what everybody's going to be trying to do, is get to a bunker so they could survive the impact of these nuclear missiles, man. You know, so the message is, you know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we are the true Israelites of the Bible. The Lord gonna come back, set us free, destroy our enemies, destroy America, and take us back to the promised land, man. The same thing our ancestors was praying for. The slaves, they had Negroes, spiritual Negro souls. They used to pray, take me back to the promised land across the river of Jordan. They used to pray, swing low, sweet chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot. Yep. What is a chariot that's gonna swing low and help them? It's what the world calls a UFO today. But there's no such thing as a UFO. It's really a chariot. It's a chariot. It's not called, well, UFO means unidentified flying object. Right. But we know what it is. It's a chariot of the Lord. So they see these UFOs in the sky and they don't know what they are. It's the angels, and eventually it's gonna be the Lord that's gonna come back, man. So the slaves doing slavery, you can look this up, man. You can look this up. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. You can look this up. The so-called Negroes that was in slavery, they used to sing a song called Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And then what they were singing was, swing low, sweet chariot, come save me, take me back to the promised land across the River Jordan. The River Jordan is right by Israel. So why did you have Negro slaves singing songs about going back to the promised land that was across the Jordan River? Because they were the Hebrew Israelites. They're the actual Israelites. And they would say, swing low, sweet chariot. What is a chariot? A chariot is a wheeled vehicle. That's what the word chariot means. It means wheeled vehicle. So they would say, swing low, sweet wheeled vehicle, come back and save me. The so-called UFOs, man. So when the Lord destroys this place, that's going to be righteous judgment. It says we're going to rejoice in the Lord destroying this place. Why? Because they took us in slavery, and righteous judgment. Get Revelation 13. Righteous judgment is those that took us in slavery, we get to take them in slavery. That's righteous judgment of the Lord. So they think the Lord forgot about taking the Negroes in slavery. Genocide of the Native American, killing hundreds of millions of them. The Lord ain't forget about that, man. And the Lord's going to require that at the end. No matter who likes it or not. That's what the second death is. If this place was righteous, why would the Lord need to return? It's righteous. So why is the Lord returning, and what is he going to do when he returns? He's coming back to destroy the place, man. Revelation 13, verse 9. Let's get it.
Go. Revelation 13, verse 9.
Yep.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into
If
captivity.
any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in captivity should go in captivity. So who led the Negroes into captivity? This is out the Bible. This ain't my words. This is out the Bible. Read it.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword, mean a weapon, must be killed with a sword. It says must. It says must. Keep going.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
Here is the patience and faith of the saints.
It says here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So whoever the saints is, they will be praying that whoever led them in captivity should go in captivity. They will be praying that whoever killed them with the sword must be killed with the sword. Hey, brother, come talk to me. I see you right here. I was just trying to get the precept up.
I like that word.
Huh? You paying attention? I didn't know if you had any questions. I was just in the spirit.
No, I was letting y'all talk. I see y'all going back and forth. I thought y'all was on camera shooting this camera video.
Oh, yeah, we put it on YouTube so it can spread out so more people
Yeah,
can see
man,
it.
I'm a preacher.
You a preacher?
That's one of my traits.
You a preacher?
Yeah, I can preach.
So you know about,
I know how to make something up about what's going on today.
you know what's going on today? You know with them trying to bring in the new system and everything, the new world
Right.
order,
Yeah.
trying to bring in a chip and everything and hook everything up. They trying to get rid of the cash, the dollar, and they trying to bring in
Oh, yeah.
digital coin.
Oh, really?
know about that?
Digital coin?
Yeah, I mean, what you think they're doing? They're trying to collapse the economy, get rid of fiat currency, which is paper cash. And why you think Bitcoin is so big right now?
Well, you know, they did that before, and it didn't go to a crisis because it started off smaller. It's always been one thing together.
Yep.
When we came up, how old were you? How
I'm 28.
old are you?
Same age, 28.
28 too?
Yep.
So I'm 35. So when I started, it was a coin.
Yep.
And then,
You said it was a coin?
yeah, it started from
Gold and silver.
dime.
Gold and silver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Gold and silver. And then it got to bronze. So the bronze came in. The plated that was depleted. It's
Yep.
not gold, it's plated. It's
Yep.
called plated. It's
Plated, yep.
This wasn't plated. This wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
I already had these in the gold.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
These nothing. Even if it's real, this is real.
It just got a
You get
gold
one of these
overlay.
right here.
Yeah.
I'm dead shit like that one on your neck.
Yeah.
It's more real. Now, see how that one feel? See how that's that diamond?
Yeah.
It's real.
This diamond,
Yeah.
diamond and gold.
Yeah. And see the ropes? I like the ropes too. Like
Yeah.
if those are silver ropes,
Pure gold.
well, just white ropes. You know what I mean? See, when these go in, and they've been in now, but it just, it's rare, you know?
Yeah.
And, like I say,
They went from that, the coins, and then they went to fiat currency cash.
right, and then
Hey.
they went to stamps. And they went to the stamp.
Yep.
Remember the stamp?
Yep.
Stamp
And you
prints.
remember the
Small.
now you remember your money. You was supposed to be backed by gold. You're supposed to be able to take it to the bank as
Right,
a note,
obvious.
and
Right.
then get your gold. So when they went from the coins, right, gold and silver, and they went to cash, we had to go with them, right?
Had to go
Now
with 'em.
everybody use cash.
Yeah.
So now when they get rid of cash
Right.
and they go to the digital thing, guess what? In order for you to eat, in order for you to buy, sell, you gonna have to go with the new system, the same way we use cash right now.
Right.
But that's the mark of the beast. The Lord speaks about it. Go to Revelation 13, verse 16. The Lord speaks about it. It's a new system that they coming up with. Verse 15. And the Lord speaking about it. If you choose this system, then you kind of choosing them to be your God.
Right.
You got to rely on the true Lord, because the Lord gonna do something where He gonna make everybody choose a side. Everybody say, look, we follow the Lord, but then we follow America. The Lord's not for America because America's wicked. The same way He destroyed all these other nations because they was wicked, He destroyed us when we was in power. During the time of King Solomon, we came down and eventually we went into slavery because we were being wicked.
Oh, okay.
So if you wicked, the Lord gonna destroy it. This place is not a righteous place.
Oh no, I mean I was telling somebody the other day, I'm persecuted with it.
Yeah.
I mean that, I'm persecuted with it.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Yeah,
So,
and guess what? That's
hey,
spiritual.
I got it anyway. Cause I make it all the time. I just sky above, baby.
And you wanna
go
know
hide
what?
in the parking lot, snatch them
And-
up right
and-
by that.
And you want to know what? You want to know what? That's spiritual because the Lord said. That's spiritual because the Lord said He gonna give us power. Go
Exactly.
to Revelation
Don't
2.
worry about it.
The Lord said He gonna give us power to
Right.
do that.
Revelation 2.
Oh yeah.
Revelation 2,
That's,
starting at verse
but see,
27.
that's here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what they got those there for. Those there harnesses.
Yeah.
Those are loose harnesses.
Yeah.
Those are harnesses to shoot beams, to block. You know what I'm saying? To try to cast.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Now let me read you this because the Lord said He gonna give us that that power. You in Revelation 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, verse 27.
Verse 25.
Revelation 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
Yep.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him I will give power over the nations.
So we gotta adore to the end. We gotta last in this thing, keep the work, keep doing what the Lord told us to do. We doing the same thing the Lord was doing. He was out there teaching, preaching until the Lord comes. Then he gonna say what? He said he gonna give us what?
He's going to give you power.
Keep reading. Read it. The last part.
But that which ye, well, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him I will give power over the nations.
Power over the nations. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Stay on.
To him I shall give power over the nations. Verse 27. And he shall rule with them, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
He said he should rule them with a rod of iron. Keep going.
Okay, keep going. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received to my father. I mean, even as I received of my father.
So the Lord said the same power he received of his father, the one that sits on the throne, the one they call God, he said he's going to give that to a people to rule over other nations and break them with a rod of iron. Why? Because that's righteous judgment. We just read it in Revelation 13. Those that took us in captivity, I mean, you might love them, you might feel a certain type of way about them, but the Lord said we're going to get to take them in captivity. That's righteous judgment. That's fair. That's fair. You ever heard of an eye for an eye? That's where they get it from. You know, so the Lord going to give us power to take those into captivity. Right now, we at the bottom. You know, they called us Negroes. This is all stuff they put on us. You know what I mean? This ain't our true name. What are we? Are we black? That's a color. Nobody's black. Nobody's white. If you take a white man and you put a white piece of paper up to him, it does not match up with his skin.
Yeah.
Nobody's black. If I take a black crayon,
Have you
and
ever
put it up to your skin, you're broke.
have you ever liked the Book of Nam?
The Book of Nam?
Yeah.
In here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the
Book of Nam is good.
All of them. Yep.
Yeah. It's really like more like when you go like when you're in your vibe and you thinking in the daytime.
Yep.
Going to sleep, wake up a certain time of day, and you meditate. You know. The
Really,
Book
the
of
whole
Nam is a
Bible.
very great book, man. I wrote some. I got a patent thing over there, man. I wrote about merchants, man. I was looking at the Book of Nam, man. It's more for the world. You know, there'll never be another book out that book. You can look at that Bible a billion times. You told me over there. I said, man, what about the book of? You know, people don't preach.
Yeah.
They don't preach correctly.
Yep.
They preach. You know, I made a preacher realize in me when I was a kid
What?
that will of a color of a person should never be devoured.
Yeah,
You should never devour a person's color. You
Color
should
is
never devour a person where a person got to go. You should never devour where a person can't be on time. You should never. Man, everything you do, see that car right there, that Mercury, you cannot stop that car. That car 5 right now, guess what? No Ford is better than that car. They got Mariners. They didn't have the Mariners when we was kids. They had the Mariners when we was kids. They had the Mountaineer. They brought the Mountaineer. Then they brought the
But you know, color is something that's made up, though.
Yeah.
We wasn't calling ourselves black.
Yeah, but
before
you know,
slavery.
you can hear through everything.
Right.
You can hear through it. You can be standing right here and hear your, you know what I'm saying? You can be, it sounded like on for years.
You read the book
Right
of
before we was
Obadiah?
born.
What you read the book of Obadiah?
Man, I read the whole Bible.
You like how you feel about the book of Obadiah?
Bible. I gotta get back into
You
it.
gotta
But
get back into it,
let me
yeah,
tell you
refresh
something I know about that Bible. It don't tell you one thing about the Bible. It never says where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Africa
doesn't.
can be here.
It tells us.
Africa ain't the only place in the world that make money. You know what we've been told for years. A lot of other people been trying to drive me into casting the next person next to you, casting those that ain't here yet, casting the ones that got to be out, casting the ones that don't belong in prison for 60 years of their lives.
Exactly.
They can hear that know that they don't belong there.
That's
Okay,
what we out here teaching.
I've been on this house too.
And that's what
You know
we out here
I'm saying?
teaching.
No
We
doubt in
teaching.
this world tells nobody that they can be more than the next.
Right.
There's no material in this world that's told somebody no shirt, no walk,
go
no
to
talk.
the
You can walk 10 billion blocks. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. This is made of light. Where we gonna go?
You should read the book of Obadiah though, and
Okay.
kind of and do whatever
It's
little
been
thing
a
you
while
be
since I
doing.
read the
Whatever little thing you did on the book of
Obadiah.
Yeah, do
I
some-
never
do
heard
some-
it. I
do
never
some of
read
book
that.
of Obadiah.
I've seen that in there, but
It's one chapter.
then they got them switched. Then they got them like some books they got them switched, like the red print is different from.
Oh yeah.
They moved
different
because
translation.
Nam was in
Verse
the
6,
new
what is
trans.
it?
No, it was in, no, not translation,
got
but
it.
what the book I was looking at yesterday.
No, read this, verse 6.
Deuteronomy 7, verse
Let's talk
6.
about the Israelites, us.
For thou
Right.
art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a very special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face
Wait,
of the earth.
the Lord chose a people to be above all people on the face of the earth. Keep going. reading out the Bible.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
So the Lord said he chose us, and even today, he said he chose one holy people to be above all people. That's the so-called Israelites. We went into slavery. Go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Now tell me if this sounds like slavery, right? Tell me if this sounds like slavery. We went into slavery because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of our Lord.
28, verse 68.
Yep.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way wherefore I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Read that with you.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Read that over. Stop so you can hear it.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right.
Now look, check this out. Sabrina, Egypt. The word Egypt means a hard place, like a hard bondage place.
Okay.
So this is saying the Lord said, look, he gonna bring us into slavery again with ships. We know who went into slavery on ships. There's only one people that fit the bill, right? Now he said, by the way whereof until thee thou should not see it no more, because we didn't see our homeland no more. Ever since our people came to America, we never went back to our homeland, which is actually Israel, Jerusalem, which is a part of Africa. People don't know that. Jerusalem is a part of Africa. Now it says, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold for your enemies. So who are we sold to? It said we were sold to our enemies. So the people that took us slavery, who are they? You could like them, have friends all day, but there are enemies, the Lord said. It says for bondman means slave man, and bondwoman means slave woman, and no man should buy you, meaning no man should save us. No man should redeem us. No man should take us out of this slavery. Martin Luther King tried, right? But it didn't work. Malcolm X tried, but it didn't work. You had Marcus Gumby. He tried to take the Garvey. Yeah, he tried to take a bunch of black people back to Africa on a ship. He couldn't do it.
But he tried to do a ship. He tried to like you out there.
You had the Black Panthers, right? You had the Black Panthers. They tried to stand up. I mean, originally you had the gangs, GD. They was trying to protect the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So every single time we try to save ourselves and we try to get ourselves out of this slavery, it never worked. Why? You want to know why? Because that's for the Lord. The Lord's name is going to be glorified. He's not going to let us save ourselves. He's not going to let no man rise up and save us, because the Lord is going to come back and save us. And then we're going to give all praises to the Lord. We're going to be like, look, man, Revelation 15. We're going to be singing the song of Moses, because what did he do when he saved the Israelites during Egypt? He saved them out of Egypt and he destroyed the Egyptians. And then they gave praise to the Lord. They said, look, Lord, thank you. So it's the same thing with America. When the Lord destroys this place and he take his people, because he didn't save all people in Egypt. He only saved the Israelites out of Egypt. Yeah, during the time of Moses. So when he saves us out of this place, we're going to be praying to the Lord and saying, thank you for destroying America and saving our people. Revelation 15 from the top.
Revelation 15. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues.
Yep.
For in them is filled up with the wrath of the Most High.
So the Lord going to have wrath. What is the Lord so mad about? Keep on.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
That's the lake of fire. So he's seen it, right?
And over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name.
That means you're not going to be a part of his new digital system. You're not going to take his chip. Keep going.
Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Yep. That's where they're going to be going. Keep going.
And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works.
Yep.
Lord God Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thy King of saints.
Yep, so we going to be singing like to the Lord, like, man, great and great are thy works, Lord. You destroyed this place. You did great works. We're going to be thanking the Lord for taking us out of slavery, man. That's the only way we're going to get free. Like, imagine this. We're the only people. Imagine the so-called Jews still under Hitler. The currency that they use is the Nazis' currency. That's where we at today. We went to slavery in a place, and your money, if you take $1 out your pocket, guess who faces money? The people that took you in slavery. The money that you use in order to buy your food, to pay your power bill, your water, your electricity, the money that you use got the face of the people that took you in slavery on it. To this day. To this day.
Yeah.
And and there ain't nothing we can do about it but pray to our Lord, and like you said, wait upon the Lord, and the Lord gonna come back and save us, man. And that's just the message. The Lord's name he's a Hebrew Israelite. The Lord's name is Yahweh. Now they say Jesus in there, but the letter J wasn't even created when the Lord was walking the earth. So that can't be his correct name. He was a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. His mother was from the tribe of Judah. His father was from the tribe of Judah. So he's a Hebrew Israelite, and his name is Yahweh Shai. In the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh Shai means saver, because he's coming back to save. And then Yahweh is the father. His name means he exists. Because he is. He the beginning, the end, he created his son, which created the world. And that's the message, The Lord gonna come back and save the Native Americans, Latinos, Negroes, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. The name of the Father is Yahweh. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. And he gonna put those in slavery that took us in slavery and destroy America. That's the gospel. You got anything else?
That's it. That's good, man. I like that, man. That's good, man. You 29 years old, man. You got good message, man. Y'all both share that all the time?
Yeah, we be down here all the time.
Week. Oh, really?
Every week we be down here on Sundays.
Wow.
Come down here and meet us down here.
Wow.
It's just the spirit of the Lord, man. Before the Lord does anything, he sends his prophets out there. So here you is, got brothers that our people went in slavery, been destroyed, but here it is, we can break down this Bible.
One thing that I want to also tell you, ask you, did you know that we really don't work?
We don't work.
Mm-hmm.
We in slavery.
Hard.
Hard.
I know that. I know. Ain't no more of that. Mm-hmm. It just really was not slavery. But at the same time, what slavery is just mean by we're not in slavery. We have not slavery by what the words we use out of our mouth.
We're in captivity. We're a subject to them.
We never say what the words we use out of our mouth and how we say it. We're not saved because they white, we black.
No, that's fake. I told you that color stuff, that's made up.
I'm talking about what we say.
But look,
I said what we say.
Now let me ask you this: do you got a birth certificate?
Do I?
You might not have it with you, but you have one original.
No, I don't.
Do you have a SSN number?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's paperwork on you that the United States owns you. If you commit a crime, you can't go down the street as fast as you want to. You are subject to their law.
But you know what? Though that's not true.
Guess
you
what?
Can walk from here. You can walk from anywhere. You can get on a bicycle.
Yep.
A motorcycle.
Yep.
You got them motorcycle. Where we gonna go? If we gonna go UK, where we gonna go?
Guess what? You can't do it.
You can get on a motorcycle and ride that motherfucker UK.
You wanna know how you can't?
I've been believing that for years.
You wanna know how
I ain't letting that go.
But you wanna know how you can't? Because remember when the shutdown
You know some of these states don't exist.
Remember when the shutdown happened?
Okay.
What happened when the shutdown happened? I can't say the word because YouTube, but when everything got shut down and everybody had to stay at home. What happened if you was out on the streets?
What happened?
So, yeah, you can get pulled over. What I'm trying to say is when that car moved past, when the shutdown happened, just not too recently, they told everybody to stay home. Who told you that? Right? And what would have happened? You would have got punished if you didn't stay home. So that lets you know you're still enslaved. Because they have the power at any time to come out and say, shut down, curfew. Everybody has to be in at 8 o'clock. Ain't nothing you can do about it, ain't nothing he can do, ain't nothing I can do about it. They could come out at any time and say there's a curfew. There's a nationwide curfew, 8 o'clock. So that shows you that it's an illusion that we have power, that we can do whatever we want, but we can't. You can't go down this street at 80, then somebody gonna come pull you over. You can't fly over this city. They gonna come knock you out the sky with a missile if you don't. So you can't do what you wanna do. And guess what? If you make money, you gotta pay something called taxes. If you go buy a house, guess what you gotta do? You gotta pay property taxes. Why? Why can't I just buy my house and own it and don't have to pay nobody? Why do I gotta pay a property tax? You're paying property tax to the government. The government owns you. That's why you have an SSN number. It's a number that owns you, that links to you. If they wanted to come down here and falsely accuse you of something, they could take you right now to the county building. You gotta fight a case. They
Right.
say you innocent to guilty, you really guilty to innocent. They come down here and accuse any one of us of anything. You go sit in the county building, you got to bond out. Or you got to sit in there and you got to get a warrant, and then you have to prove that you would, you was in the right. How's that freedom? You're not free. It's an illusion of freedom.
Like you said though, a guy told me, man, years ago, he said, man, I'm gonna tell you something more factual than anything. He said, man, you're not counting by your color, you're counting by what people use out of their mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
Even she said, no, you talking about,
but you want to know what it's the spirit. It's really your
She
spirit.
just won't help, man. She's still the same person. But the thing is this, it's because we don't believe that what we say out of our mouth won't go far. It will. When we sit up at home thinking that these people can't hear us saying, well, this nigga, this bitch,
Right.
and try to run off in groups, it's no where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Where
Can't
you
go
gonna
nowhere,
Where
you
you
can't
going? Out
do
the
nothing.
universe?
No, we got-
It's 10 universes? Really?
But you know what? We just read it in Revelation 15.
Ain't no, hey man,
You
ain't
gotta
no.
wait for the Lord.
I'm telling you, man.
Put that hat, hey, come here.
Hey man, ain't
Come
nothing
here,
but that
you
thing in your ear, the gym.
But I gotta get you to put that hat on camera, man.
I just
He got the Make America Great hat, man. Look,
Man, that's the only hat I'm ever wear, man, till I croak. I ain't letting that hat go.
America not gonna be made great,
why
man.
you like that hat
If
so
people in
much?
the 1800s live, if people in the 70s, 60s, 50s, but man, they won't. Man, they didn't need this shit.
Do you understand that the Lord is gonna destroy America?
The 1800s,
Yeah, we
bro,
got elders.
people have lived to be 175 to
Yeah.
200
I mean, even
years.
Abraham
I know
and them.
100-year-old people that live and walk. I'm talking about get up.
Hey man.
Shit, get out clowning. Why don't give people this 100 or more?
But you know the Lord
drink
gonna
motor oil. You know what they put in them cars? They don't put no black oil in none of them cars. None.
We
One
gonna get
kind of
back to
world,
the
another
program,
stupid
man.
mistake you have to fail.
All right,
The
man.
next
All
week,
right, man.
I'm
Nice
to
to meet you.
I'm a call.
We gave you the message.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice
Bro,
talk. Hey,
bet?
see us.
Bro, whales live 14. It's a one whale in this world, beluga. That boy live 14 million years.
Hey, see us
How long
down-
I live at? Guess what? Drink some motor oil. Bro, motor oil at the gas station? Man, shit. I'm serious.
Hey, see us down
Drink a
here.
little bit, you won't get sick.
Sound like Trump right now.
You
Hey,
be fine.
see us
Trump
down-
said
hey,
that.
see us down here next weekend,
He
right?
got that from me.
Hey,
telling everybody to drink
Hey,
bleach.
see us down here next weekend.
No,
We be down here
bleach, I
Sunday.
don't know about that.
We be down here Sunday.
But motor oil help you. It will.
All right.
I poured that in my relative's mouth.
Hey, let us get back to regular program.
Oh, you go ahead.
See us next
I don't
Sunday.
pay attention. Yeah, I'm done. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Okay, Zechariah 14. You know where it started at?
At the top,
No, verse 12.
verse 12. Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague. Select. Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Woo! Break that down.
Yeah, so it say, their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So that's just telling you right there that everybody is going to be made skeleton.
Yeah.
You know,
and-
from the nuclear
Yep.
from the nuclear missiles, you know, the radiation and the heat, the fire.
Yep.
You know, it's just going.
I mean, what could cause a man's skin to just disappear, their tongue to consume away in their mouth? That's a nuclear missile, man. You seen it with in Japan when they dropped the atomic bomb on Japan.
Yeah.
It's something called shadow people. Cause wherever they body dissolved that, it left like ashes on the ground that looked like a shadow. So you seen that, man. They dissolved. Keep
Yeah,
going.
they literally dissolve. Verse 13.
No, go back. In the verse.
Read that. All right. I'll start right here. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Look up shadow people in Japan. That's exactly what it's describing, so you can see a real life example of that, right? Now this is Revelation 16 verse 21. It says, and there fell upon man a great hell out of heaven. So the Lord is going to cause a great hell out of heaven. It's going to be nuclear missiles. Hundreds of thousands of them are going to go up into the sky, and they're going to come down on man. When they bomb another country, they don't just bomb their military. They bombing the people. So get ready, man. When Russia comes to bomb America and World War III started, they're not just going to bomb military bases, Pearl Harbor. They going to bomb cities and kill millions of people, bloodshed.
Yeah, because they know what they got to do in order to be able to stand in a war against America.
It
They
says
know what they're going to do.
every stone about the weight of a talent, which is about roughly 100 pounds. These nuclear missiles are roughly about that. It says, And man blasphemed God because of the plague of hell. Get the next one, whatever it is.
Fourth.
Yep. And and it says, and man blasphemed God because the plague of hell, for the plague there was exceedingly great. So the Lord is going to cause, it's not going to be actual hell, bro. Like, it's not going to be ice. The Lord is going to cause nuclear missiles to come out the sky and destroy man, and especially destroy America. Got that, Malachi 4.
Malachi 4 starting at the top.
Yep.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, all that do wickedly shall be stumbled, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But until you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Right there, it said the day cometh that burneth them up. That's the second death, man. That's the prophecy. That's what we're prophesying. The day gonna come where all destruction gonna break loose, and the Lord's gonna destroy this place by fire and brimstone. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 9. Get that on Jeremiah 6. I'll take one verse 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the northern country, Russia. It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From this shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as of the mighty expert men. None shall return in vain. So are countries going to shoot arrows on each other, literal arrows today? Or they're going to say, look, let's shoot a whole bunch of arrows on America? No, when it says their arrows shall be as mighty expert men, they're talking about missiles. They look like arrows. They come out the Shilohs, and they're going to shoot these missiles, hypersonic nuclear missiles, and they're going to hit their targets, just like an expert man, like a man that's an expert at shooting arrows. They're going to shoot these things. They're going to look, we hit New York. Look, we hit LA. Look, we hit Chicago. They're going to hit their targets, man. These things are so advanced with the technology that they can hit their targets at a pinpoint accuracy. It says, go on that right there.
Jeremiah 6.
Jeremiah 6, verse 23. We're going to end off with this one, man.
Jeremiah 6, verse 23. They shall lay hold and bow. They shall lay hold and bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea.
Right. So right there, they should lay hold a spear. So a nation's going to throw spears on each other like they used to do? No, it's talking about a missile, right? Read it back.
Verse 23. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea.
Right, because it's going to be no mercy. When the nuclear bomb hit, it's not going to say, look, I'm not going to kill him, but it's going to kill everybody in the area, man. And they voice roar. It said they voice roar like what?
Like the sea.
Like the sea. Why? Because it's going to be a great sound, a great noise, and it's going to cause an earthquake. There's going to be great shakings and rumblings. It's going to be like the sea, like the waves of a sea. It's going to be rumblings and a lot of boom and a lot of sound, and you're going to have the wind blast. You're going to have the, even if that don't kill you and the fire don't kill you, then the radiation will kill you.
War like a sea, and they ride upon horses set in array as men for war against thee.
It said they ride upon horses. It's not talking about men riding on horses. What it's talking about is these nuclear missiles, they have something called a delivery system. They have a delivery system. The nuclear missile, the nuclear part of it is the head of it. It's called a warhead.
Right. And
within that warhead, you got multiple nuclear bombs inside that warhead, just inside of one warhead. Them riding on the horse is the delivery system, the rocket that gets them to their target, and then when it gets to the target, it releases the nuclear missile, or it just comes down whole with it, and then the nuclear missile, the warhead, explodes. Start right there for the horses.
Okay, and they ride upon horses, set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion.
It says array. They're going to be an array. These missiles aren't going to be just all wacky tacky. They're going to be an array, man. They're going to be in order.
Right.
And the spirit of the Lord is going to be in these missiles. The Lord is going to control these missiles to hit their targets. Why? Because this is the second of death. That's what the lake of fire is. It's the Israelites being on the chariots, being saved, looking down onto earth, seeing the earth on fire, especially America, seeing America utterly on fire. You see what I'm saying? So go to Jeremiah 49, verse 12. So when they're saved and they're on the chariots and they're in the heavens with the Lord, it tells you that in 1 Thessalonians, I believe 4:17. So when they meet the Lord in the heavens, they're going to look down on the destruction, and the destruction going to look like a lake of fire on earth. It's not under earth somewhere where Satan is at burning forever. You can read the book of Job 1 and see that Satan works for the Lord. The Lord controls Satan and created Satan. In the book of Job 1, Satan had to come to the Lord and ask permission to do things, and the Lord gave him permission to do things. Satan works for the Lord, man. He was created by the Lord. There's no other power that's going against the Lord in the heavens, man.
Jeremiah 49, verse 12.
Just like we was telling this brother, we should have run this out, the spirit.
For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup has assuredly drunk it.
Let's speak up a little bit. Those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup has surely drunk of it. The Negroes, we are the Lord's chosen people. We wasn't supposed to go in slavery, but we went into slavery because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of our Lord. So we drunk of that cup. Keep going.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
So it's saying, should he go altogether unpunished? The people that took us in slavery, should they go unpunished? Keep going.
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
It says, thou should not go unpunished, but thou should surely drink of it. So the same captivity and slavery we had to drink of, it says that they're going to have to drink double of the cup.
Verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord.
The Lord said he sworn, right? Keep going.
That Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse.
Yep.
And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
And Basra in the Bible, like, I'm going to break it down. The Edom, keep open. The land of Edom, they had, okay, you got it. All right. The land of Edom, they had, one of their chief cities was called Basra. So the Lord is calling America Basra because the Edomites have moved and conquered the world, and now they have a place that they conquer called America, but in the Bible it's called Mystery Babylon. Sometimes the Lord calls it Mystery Babylon, sometimes he calls it Basra, sometimes he calls it Egypt, spiritual Egypt, Adumia, you know what I mean? So he's calling this place Basra, and he's saying all the cities will be perpetual waste. Why? Because the Lord going to destroy this place, and no man's ever going to dwell on this land again. It's going to tell you. Keep going.
Verse 14, I have heard a rumor from the Lord.
Right there. It's going to be a desert, just like Egypt. The Lord going to destroy that. But Egypt was a very, like, greenery land. It had a river going through it. You know what I mean? It was a very beautiful place, but look at it now, you know? They built a city next to it, but look at the pyramid. So that's the same thing will happen with America. It's going to be a whole desert land. Nothing but wild beasts and animals going to live here for the bloodshed of the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos on this land. Keep going.
And an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle.
We keep telling you, the EU nations, the allies of America, are going to trade on America and destroy it with nuclear fire. Keep going.
Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord.
And who's known for living in the caves? Who's the caveman? Go to Google a picture of a caveman. It's the Edomites. They're not cavemen anymore today because they got a little power. The Lord gave them their kingdom and their power for a certain amount of time. So they used to dwelling in high places in these caves. So that's why when they came to America, they built the first skyscraper was built, I want to say in Chicago or maybe New York, one of them, the first skyscraper ever. So they brought that same spirit of dwelling in high places in the cave, that caveman. They came to America and they built something called a skyscraper because it reminded them, and it was in their spirit to build something like that so they could live the same way they lived when they were cavemen. And then it says he gonna take their nest from off high. They got the space station, so they set their nest a part of the heavens. You know, they got rockets and different things and spacecrafts that they put out into space, and they actually dwell there. So the Lord said he gonna bring them down, man. He said the Lord gonna bring all down every satellite. He gonna bring down the space station. He gonna bring down all they skyscrapers. He gonna bring all that shit down, man, with nuclear fire.
Verse 17, Also Edom shall be a desolation.
Edom should be a desolation. America's gonna be a desolation. Keep going.
Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished,
Yep.
and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof.
Yeah, you know why they're gonna be astonished? They're gonna be like, man, this was America. They're gonna be like, damn, this was New York. This was Chicago. This was the greatest country on earth. And they're gonna be astonished, like, damn, it's destroyed.
Yeah, because they got everybody drunk from that cup. Verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah,
Yep.
and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it.
It said, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. No man's gonna live on this land when the Lord destroys it. The Lord's gonna have America's gonna be a gigantic sacrifice, a gigantic altar. And the Lord's gonna sacrifice the whole land, and it's gonna become a desert land. That's desolation, right? And no man's gonna ever live here anymore. When we get in the kingdom, we gonna fly by it and fly over it and be like, damn, look what the Lord did to this place. Yeah, very glorious thing, man. We can't wait. We praying for it. Keep going.
Verse 19, behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her?
Right there. Just hold it right there. We good. So we gonna leave it there. You know what I mean? This has been camp. You know, the missiles, we broke down that it's actually missiles instead of asteroids. You know, it speaks about that in Job 20 to let you know, and it speaks about it in Revelation 17. You know, and we spoke on the missiles and showed you how the Lord's going to destroy America, which is Mystery Babylon with the missiles. So many more precepts we could get, but we're going to leave it there. We're going to say salvation to the elect. We're going to give all praises to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Wakakadash.